Hello everybody, my name is 711 and today is the first battle of the playoffs of the Pokemon Battle Association Season 8. So, as you guys know, I did make playoffs. There were a bunch of battles that needed to happen in order to solidify the seeding for the playoffs. You know how that goes, and actually, some people were missing battles, were missing a lot of wins. Some people were missing a lot of losses. I knew that I made playoffs, but I actually only got 7th out of 8 people that made the playoffs, with a 6-4 record. And so, this week we are battling Leo, who was our Week 1 opponent, as you may remember. As you may remember, Shaman gave us a lot of problems. I worked some of that out. I do have Icicle Crash on Weavile this week, and I do have Heat Wave instead of Earth Power on Bronson and the Necrozma. But yeah, because of all those battles that were missing, that is why there's a solid 2 weeks gap in these battles, because that was the time needed in order to solidify all the statistics and, get all that stuff in the right places. So, we see Lickilicky. Leo loves to use Lickilicky. And, yeah. So, I was really shocked not to see Donphan or Seismitoad. Seismitoad was a fairly decent wall for him whenever he was, like 12 weeks ago. So, I brought Z Grassnot on Zero Aura just in case there was a ground type, but there isn't. So I decided, since there is no ground type, I decided to lead with lead with Zero Aura. I decided to lead with Tai Lung as he leads Tapu Koko. Let's get this battle underway. Let's go slow. Oh, I'm sorry. I love Chomposaurus Rex. My bad. I only did this battle and I forget stuff. So, I figured that there would be a switch coming, and so I clicked Rock Tomb, and I figured that would be a pretty decent way to slow something down. So there's a Rock Tomb, and I calculated that if I went for a Swords Dance, a Foul Play would not one-shot me. So I get a pretty free Swords Dance here, which is nice. And I click Rock Tomb. And that does a low roll, actually. And so here's a Foul Play, and I need to get a max roll to kill, and I don't get it. And here is a Roost. Okay, so I'm in a good position here to just keep spamming Rock Tomb. Now, Feminist is his defogger. And so, if I can get the rocks up, then I'm in a pretty good position here. So here's Tai Lung. I decide to go for the Plasma Fist. It's not going to do much on Sonic. Sonic is physically defensive, I believe. And so that's not very good. I don't have Volt Switch, otherwise I would have gone for it. I'll go into No Face. I knew the Leech Seed was coming. And so, this is my opportunity here to click Stealth Rock. Actually, I clicked Toxic. I'm sorry, I clicked Toxic. And the reason why I clicked Toxic is just in case Mandibuzz wanted to come in on that turn predicting Stealth Rock, then it would be Toxic. So I go for Stealth Rock now. And I see that Thunderbolt won't kill if I go again. So on this turn, I go Boom. I go for the Explosion. And that does very good damage to Tapu Koko. No more Leech Seed shenanigans, and things are starting to look good in my favor. Even though I am 4-6 now. Yeah. So let me see. By the end of this turn, Tapu Koko will be very low health, and so next time it comes in, it's going to die to Stealth Rock. And when it dies to Stealth Rock, there goes the Electric Terrain, actually. So Hawlucha will not play a very big role in this battle. But yeah, 2 Pokemon are in range of dying to rocks, one of them being his Defogger. So even though I'm 4-6, I'm not freaking out. I'm really not. So I know that there's another Leech Seed coming. I go into Bronson here. This is another Calm Mind set, and this is where things start getting interesting. So here's Licky Licky. Licky Licky is here. Licky Licky is now, and I'm going to keep clicking Calm Mind. I do some damage calcs. And at this point in the battle, Leo noticed something very upsetting. He knows something very upsetting. Licky Licky only has 3 moves, and the 4th move that he wanted to have was Dragon Tail. And that would have been a great opportunity for him to click Dragon Tail there. So that was pretty annoying, and so he has to switch out into Sonic here. And I go for a second Calm Mind. Had he Dragon Tailed there, things would have been very different. So anyway, this is a great time. I'm at +2. I go for that Heat Wave. I see Seed Flare, and there's no special defense drop, and Heat Wave almost kills. I think once again I needed a max roll in order to kill Shaman. So I'm free to go for another Heat Wave, which I think I do. I think I misclicked in because Photon Geyser would have done a lot more damage, but it is what it is. So here he reveals that he has Protect, and so I click Photon Geyser. It's not going to do anything, and so he's starting to stall me out a little bit here, and he switches here into Feminist, which is questionable play because Bronson gets some more leftovers recovery here, which I'm okay with. And then down goes Tapu Koko. So now Registeel gets 2 kills in this battle, which is pretty interesting. Good job, No Face. So here's a Protect. I predicted it and I went for the Calm Mind. So there we go. I made a play correctly. I know at +2 a max roll does 80%. And so I click Photon Geyser here, and that is enough to kill the Licky Licky. And so what Leo has to do right now, he goes into his Hawlucha, and Acrobatics is not strong enough to kill. So actually what he has to do is he has to stall me. The Electric Seed was his item, I'm pretty sure, and there's going to be no more electric terrain, which is pretty upsetting, to be honest, for Leo. And so what Bronson is doing here, Bronson is just making sure that a substitute does not stay up, and he's actually stalling me out of Photon Geysers because Photon Geyser, fun fact, does not have a lot of PP. So here's another substitute, and I think this is my last Photon Geyser. I'm not positive. But yeah, I'm still wearing down Hawlucha here, and I know that an Ice Shard from Weavile is able to knock out the Hawlucha at any time once it's under half health. So I'm not too terribly concerned here. And so I do go for Heat Wave there because Photon Geysers I'm out of Photon Geysers. And this is where Acrobatics finally kills. So Acrobatics with an item does not do a lot of damage. And so that was the big issue there. So I go for Plasma Fists here. I know that Weavile can sweep, but I decide to finish the game off with Tai Lung. Tai Lung can pack the Outrage, and I have Outrage. And so that's enough to just finish off this battle. So poor Katara, the Milotic, poor Night Thief, the Weavile, did not even get onto the field. But I was kind of worried for a little bit as to what Licky Licky was going to do. I was a little worried about what Shaman was going to do. But yeah, that's how a battle goes sometimes. when Leo realized that he was missing Dragon Tail, that really dampened his chances of winning. That really made Necrozma a threat, as you can see from this battle. Like, he really didn't have a great switch in. And also, Registeel, No Face. Boy, No Face had a really great game. Even though he died, he went boom. He got 2 kills, and nobody got to claim his dog tags because Explosion is a whatchamacallit, recoil move. So there you go, guys. Mandibuzz, his defogger went down. I was able to whittle down the defogger and down to the point where Stealth Rock would finish it off. And what was really nice is that I was able to weaken Tapu Koko to the point where when he comes in and dies to Stealth Rock, there would be no more electric terrain. And because there would be no more electric terrain, Hawlucha's viability in this battle was greatly lessened as well. Now, what would be an issue is if Heat Wave missed Hawlucha, then he would still have a substitute. But at the end of the day, Milotic, Katara, you have the Marvel scale with a Flame Orb. Wouldn't be super concerned about that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then like this video, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, guys, I will see you all later. Peace. Oh, and I hope you really like this layout, because I'm a bit of an amateur in Photoshop, but I made this layout and I think it's pretty cool. So thumbs up if you like the layout. Let me know in the comments if you like the layout. I like it, and so yeah, I'm gonna rock out with it just in time for playoffs, and so here we go.